Hi there everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Prestige Liquids. My name is Andrew, and as always it is fantastic to have you here with me again on another whiskey review video. Now I would like to start by welcoming you all to day 18 of the Prestige Whiskey Advent Box. This box has been made up of a bunch of samples that I have received throughout the year, which I'm finally getting around to trying. It's taken me long enough. So let's reach in and see what we're going to be reviewing today. Oh, okay, this one's going to be a good one. So this is the Springbank 14-year-old Bourbon Wood, 55.8% ABV. Now, I did do another Springbank the other day. I absolutely loved it, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing how this one is going to be. So let's pour some in. I think that should do. Alright, let's see what we get on the nose. Cheers. Okay, so it's a nice, earthy, funky nose. There's definitely some peat going on in there. Again, it has this damp, clay, earthy note. The bourbon cask is definitely very prominent on this, so you are getting a lot of black pepper spice. It is quite oaky, so there's a lot of wood influence coming along into this. Lots of vanilla and apple. Sultanas. Dried apricot. It's also quite vegetal. I'm getting a lot of like freshly cut grass, like foresty leaves. It's like it definitely has that vibe of like you're walking through a forest and you're just stepping on all those dry crushed leaves. It's quite medicinal as well. Think something along the lines of like a Lafroig style, like peaty saltiness. Now I know that Springbank is a Campbelltown distillery, so it's not an Islay, but it does have that funky similarity that you would kind of get in a Lafroig. All right, let's move on to the palate and see how we go. Cheers. Beautiful, thick, syrupy mouthfeel. Now, considering the ABV, now I said, so this is 55.8%, so it's quite strong. Though, this is quite a mellow whiskey, it's not too intense. I was expecting something with a bit more bite. This is actually quite friendly considering its strength, and that since it's been aged for 14 years, you would expect, I guess, a little bit more of a stronger oaky flavor to it, but it's not too intense. You will notice the oak, it is there, it's quite dry, but it just balances out all those, it does balance out the rest of the flavor profile that's coming in. So again, a nice gentle peat, lots of vanilla. The pepper is not as prominent. It is a little bit spicy, but it is more noticeable on the nose than what it is on the palate. I'm getting more dried fruits, definitely those dried apricot notes, more sultanas as well. It's quite interesting actually, underneath all those earthy, damp, clay kind of notes, there is a gentle fruitiness that comes through. So you start to notice a little bit more of those apples. There's also some lemon zest coming in. It's actually a very versatile palate, and it just keeps like changing and changing. At this point, it is kind of morphing into a dark chocolate. There's definitely some like tobacco notes going on. Think along the lines of a cigar. And then there's also the smoke. You just have this nice, beautiful smoke just doing what smoke does. It's mixing in and getting into everything. So it's just really rounding off those extra flavors that are coming in. This is definitely one of those whiskies that if I had more time to be able to sit with it, then it will just open up beautifully. You'll be able to experiment with it a little bit more. I think maybe with the rest of it, I might add a little bit of water and see how that goes, and just see how that will affect it. But for now, I think I'm just going to enjoy it for what it is. Now, the finish is very interesting. Again, it's following along the same flavor profile of the palate, though the smoke does build up a lot more, and it definitely does keep like playing around with everything else. I'm noticing also the dark chocolate vibes are a lot stronger, and I am starting to notice more barrel char as well. Well, that's it. I'm going to leave it at that for now. So if you've been enjoying this content so far, please make sure you go ahead and hit the bell notification and the subscription button so that you can stay up to date with all future content. My name is Andrew. I'll see you all again on the next video. KIPPIS. Well, since you made it this far into the video, why not go ahead and check out some of these other reviews that I have done. I'll see you all again on the next video. Bye bye.